Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got full rockin' my gun out there.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Oh, this hard goddamn work being this good.
One more again, see what I take on your front side, I swear.
You ain't my daddy, are you?
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
What time is it? Game time.
Okay, welcome again to the Don't Be Blasé podcast. We are coming to you live from the House of Pain, otherwise known as Snap Fitness in Adelaide CBD. I'm your host, B. Caruana, joined as always by my man, Steve Burrows.
Hello.
Before we get started, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Larry and Lad. Go see the boys in Region Arcade, get yourself an awesome coffee and listen to some pretty sweet tunes. But for now, on with the show. Now, Steve,
Yo.
you're going to start us off today.
Sure.
You've come to me this afternoon. We've had our pre-show coffee.
Yeah.
Gone and seen the boys. And you've said you've got a question about society.
Yeah, okay.
So I won't preempt it too much, but
Okay.
you hit me with your question.
Look, it's funny. I catch the train in every day at work.
From Paulsville, yeah.
Pools and lakes.
Yep.
And I catch the train and so I see a lot of faces.
Yes.
A lot of faces. And then obviously working in town, you know, in the city of Adelaide, you know, there's people out and about all the time. So it's just something I've noticed forever actually. When you're walking, right? When you're walking and you're coming towards someone.
Yes.
Okay. My initial reaction is to look at that person.
Yes.
Okay. It's not to ignore them. It's not to look. I'm not asking for a conversation or anything. But if I'm walking past someone, I'll look at them. What I've noticed over, and especially nowadays, because it's actually a thing for me and an old mate, we did this project about it. But when I see people, I know they see me.
Yeah.
You know, you can see people see you at their corner of the eye.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were looking at you and then you look at them and look away.
Yeah.
I guess how do I summarize this question? My question is, what's it? Yeah, we got friends who do this. What's the etiquette thing?
Yeah.
What's the etiquette? Like, if I see someone and all I'm asking for is just a bit of eye contact. You know, we exist.
Yeah.
We're on the same street.
Yeah.
You don't have to look away because it's awkward. It actually makes it more awkward because I know, obviously, you know, I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a fucking stud. You know, I'm not walking down the
All right, easy. Just get to your point.
Yeah. So my question is, what's the etiquette for that? You know, like a nod, a smile. You don't have to do nothing. You actually just look and notice that you're on the same street. What's your view, man? You know, because you deal with people all the time.
It depends what time of day it is.
Okay, yeah,
'cause I've
okay.
noticed it's a very strong one depending on the time of day.
Right.
Because I used to, before I had the scooter, the infamous scooter,
Yeah.
I used to walk to the park. Like when I first got back from overseas, didn't have a car, didn't have any sort of transportation, so I had to walk all the way to the park. So I'd have to leave the house about 5:30, start my walk up, took about half an hour. Now, I'd walk past maybe 6 or 7 people. That would be it. Because, you know, not many people walking at that time. Most people walking dogs. But if you walk past someone before 8:30, and if you just walk past someone on the street and go, morning, you will get a morning back.
Okay.
If you just walked past someone in the afternoon and just went, how you doing? Or like, good day, they'd be like, ugh.
Yeah,
like,
weirdo. Yeah.
Yeah, but something about being in the morning.
Pull out
People
the
are
rape whistle or something, wouldn't they?
people are a lot cheerier in the morning, and they will
Sure.
give you something. Because I'm always one of those things, like I smile at people all the time because I'm used to it in the gym, sort of in my work atmosphere. You've got to, you know, you got to seem approachable. You know? And like
sure.
I run a business that I need to be approachable. So my natural reaction, even if I walk past strangers in the street, is to sort of give them a nod, give them a smile. If I don't get it back, I don't get it back. Now, I have had people come back and taken that as a sign to have a crack and, you know, try to pick me up.
Okay.
Not always girls. I'll just...
Okay.
I'll say that probably more often than not girls.
Yeah, the Star Wars watches.
Yeah. But it's just the thing. Like, people are always going to be socially awkward.
Right.
That's just the thing. Like, I don't like small talk and conversations. So 9 times out of 10, if you ever see me walking through the street, I've got headphones in.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather be listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
And B, I just don't like fake conversations, so I don't engage in them.
Yeah.
But I will always still make eye contact and still give the nod. But that's just me. I think we were just raised better, Steve.
Do you think it's a generation thing, maybe? Do you think it's...
No, because there's been, sort of stuck up people for years.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things. It's just some people are outwardly friendly, some people are just outwardly dicks.
Yeah.
And they'll always be that way.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you can't please all the people all the time, so there's no point trying.
Sure.
So, yeah.
It's just weird. It's like, because, I'll grab something from Coles or something and walk back and I've crossed, 2,000 people's paths on the way back to work.
Yeah.
And not one would actually make eye contact. I guess I'm not seeking it.
Yeah.
But it's just weird that, because it's almost like they're making more of an effort to look away
Yeah.
than look at you. And I just find that weird about human behavior.
It's an odd one.
It is odd. So I just want to throw it out to you because you obviously a lot of people, you work in the same city.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see what your...
No, it's just I don't know, just we are different than most people.
Sure.
Yeah, we and the thing is...
Is it a confidence thing as well?
No, it could be.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is just you tend to gravitate towards people that are like you.
Okay.
There's an old saying, people like themselves.
Okay.
And so...
You got sayings. You got sayings.
Oh, mate, I got another just days. That's all I do, mate. You got to understand, like, fitness isn't that hard, but you've still got to break it down into lay terms. You've got to try to make everything relatable. So I pretty much spend my entire day trying to make everything relatable. So that's where all the sayings come in. But yeah, it's just one of those things where you will attract... you think about just Adelaide alone. We've got, 1.5 million people here? It's a lot of people. It's not that many people, but it's still a lot of people. Now, maybe 3,000 of them?
Sure.
And they're your people.
Yeah.
And even within that 3,000, there's probably a good 800 you don't really care for or you don't agree with.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
But the rest of it is they're your people. And so you tend to gravitate towards people that think and act and do things similar to you. Remember, there's like a whole lot of people out there that just are completely different. Like we were talking before a couple of weeks ago about Twitter being an echo chamber. You only follow, you only hear what you like, and then that's how you... So that's why you think everyone else is weird, but they're looking at you going, who's this fucking guy with a smile?
Why is he smiling?
There's two girls doing another podcast talking about, these fucking jerks keep smiling at me every time I walk down the street. Isn't that weird? That's just what you're going to get. That's just society.
Yeah, I know.
We've all got to learn to work together, Stephen.
All right, that's fair. You answered my question, I think. I think you did well, so I appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm going to break it down for the dumb people. But speaking of breaking it down, guys, we're going to get into what we promised on the Facebook. We're going to get into, because it's March, and I'm a huge fan of college basketball and March Madness, and thanks to someone on the wonderful world of Twitter, they've created Kanye Madness. So Kanye Madness is his 64 best songs up against each other. So it's in bracket form. They've seeded them. Now, there is some questions about some of the seedings. There's a few songs that are ranked 16th seed against the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Very, very tough.
Yeah.
But, for the most part, it's got over all sort of 7 albums. So, yeah, we've got a few songs through. So we'll run through, Steve. We'll start off. We've got the poster up if you want to follow along on the Facebook page. If you want to sort of fill out your bracket too. But you can see where we're going for. But we're going to start in the Northwest region.
Yep.
First battle up, quickly. Can't Tell Me Nothing versus Amazing. What have you gone with there, Steve?
Can't Tell Me Nothing.
I think Can't Tell Me Nothing's going to win that one.
Yeah.
Easy. Amazing's a good song.
Yeah.
Good album, because I like that 808's Heartbreak album. But yeah, I think Can't Tell Me Nothing's going to take the nod there.
I know that song only because it's on one of the NBA games.
Yes.
And it's just in the background, so...
So help me out with the next one. We got So Appalled and Never Let Me Down.
Never Let Me Down was... Shoot, I love that song.
Yeah, off the first album?
Yeah, and it's Jay-Z and some other dude who sounds like a preacher. I don't know what his name is, but yeah.
Yeah. See, I've gone with So Appalled there because that was off Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, which I love that album.
And that is possibly one of my favourite songs off that album. Like one of the top 3 off that album because I just love... Saho the Prince has probably one of the best verses on the entire album. So
okay.
We've disagreed. We've already come to one disagreement.
No,
here we go.
1 or 2, yep.
Next down, we've got Last Call and Hey Mama.
Hey Mama for me.
Hey Mama for you. Last Call for me.
Okay. All right.
I just like Last Call because it's the last song on the first album, and it's when he goes through his breakdown of how he made it.
Okay.
So he actually the song itself is okay. It's about maybe 3 minutes. Yeah. But then he talks another 8 minutes and tells his story about how he came to join with Rockefeller Records and stuff like that. And,
okay.
It's probably the last time you'll ever hear humble Kanye on a CD, and it was on his first album. So yeah, it's worth it looking up just for that one. So yeah, anyone that's got the first album, go look up Last Call, last track.
All right, what's the next one? Is it
Devil in a New Dress and New Friends?
Yeah, Devil in a New Dress.
Real Friends.
Yeah. Sorry, yep. The Real Friends. To be honest, yeah, I wasn't too familiar with it. Actually, now I think about it, but yeah, I do like Devil in Your
That's
Dress,
right.
man.
Well, I've gone real friends there. We've disagreed again. We've had 3 disagreements out of 4 so far, Steve.
we'll get
We are
that.
sticking to our script of not agreeing on
Nice.
anything, which is good. This is good. Next, we got Crack Music and New Slaves.
Yeah, Crack Music. That's the one with Game, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So we've got agreement there. Going with Crack
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah, and
But you've got a little asterisk there next to New Slaves, Steve.
well, my good friend Clarence,
He's a gangster.
He's a total gangster.
I have to do that reference every time. Sorry, Clarence.
Yeah, straight from 8 Mile, and he came up with a good comparison with that album, the Yeezus album.
Well, I'll play at the start. We'll just give a quick 5-second snippet of the start of
Okay.
New Slaves, and then you can drop your punchline on us
Okay.
after that.
Yep.
So that's the intro beat to it, Steve. Tell me
Okay.
about your little...
Well, the analogy, what he said, and once he said it, I was like, that's brilliant. Do you remember in Friends?
Yes.
And Ross, I think they go through, like, I think it's the same episode. They go through the garage, and
Yeah,
he
the
finds
parents'
his,
house,
he finds his old synthesizer piano thing.
Casio there, yeah.
Yeah. And he has the Ross sound, I think it was. Was it called the Ross sound?
That was just the sounds. He
The
made his
sounds.
sounds. Yeah.
And they come up like with his, like, twang, 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 and his real synthesizer, and then he would like play the last tune and be like,
Pause.
pause. And he said, he didn't like that album. He's a big Kanye fan. He's more of a Jay-Z fan, but he's a big Kanye fan. And he said that's what reminded him. And once he said that, I was like, yeah, you're spot on.
Sometimes it's like sometimes it takes for someone to say something about something that you like or that you love or you at least found interesting, and it can completely switch your view. Like I said, like I don't rate Eminem as a rapper anymore. Purely because I heard someone reference to his albums and he keeps doing the zippity doo da 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 da, and that's all I can hear now. You know, what I mean? Like so that with that album, I completely understand that. But we spoke about it before. I just saw that as Kanye trying to stay ahead of the curve.
Sure.
You know, what I mean? Like so when he did 808s and Heartbreaks when it first came out, everyone liked Love Lockdown, everyone liked Heartless, but everyone kind of went, this album's a bit different. But then looking back on it a couple of years later, everyone went, it was brilliant, it was genius. And then you saw how it influenced a lot of new albums.
Yeah.
I think he tried to stay ahead of the curve there with that album, with Yeezus. And, just missed it a little bit.
Just quickly, just going off on a tangent what you just said then, and this is totally off topic, but I need to put it in here because we'll reference it another time. I found an interview between Fat Joe and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, here we go.
And
had to weasel Bone Thugs in here some way.
And Fat Joe, does he talk up Bone Thugs?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Does he talk up Bone Thugs?
Just to shut this conversation down right here, if we had a bracket for Bone Thug songs, how many? Because we got 64 songs here.
Yeah.
How many would we get out of Bone
Wait,
Thugs?
first of all, let's just...
You wouldn't even have an elite
Come on
8
now.
to get to.
Come on now. First of all, I'm going to go on record here and saying not all these are 64 blockbuster songs here.
Yeah, but there's still like these aren't even all the songs.
I know.
These-
There's songs that I didn't make the list that I thought may have made the list.
Yeah,
but some of these songs are not quite your banger status, on fire, or whatever you kids say these days.
You're so washed, Steve. You're so washed. But that's okay, man, because like I said, Bone Thugs had 3 songs. That's it. That's all we got. We're gonna move on. Move on. So next song we got Famous and Flashing Lights.
Yeah, I went Flashing Lights.
Flashing Lights for me too. That's one of his best songs ever.
Okay.
We're going to go into Big Brother and Love Lockdown.
Yeah, I didn't like that album that you're referring to.
The 808s and Heartbreaks?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I went for Big Brother.
I went with Love Lockdown because, I don't know, Big Brother just seemed a bit too much kissing Jay-Z's ass. I didn't really enjoy that one. And then you got down to No Church in the Wild and Through the Wire. Now, this is probably one of the toughest seeded ones.
Yeah.
I thought that was way too close.
No Church in the Wild was ranked 15th, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I
That's
thought was
horrible
amazing.
seeding. Yeah.
And I picked that song.
See, I've gone with Through the Wire purely because it's his first single.
Right.
And he did that whole song with the jaw wide shut.
Okay.
So that's why that song is very, very important to me. But No Church in the Wild at a 15 seed. This is like, whoever made this up, you have made a huge error in judgment here. Because, yes, going back over that Watch the Throne album.
Oh, dude.
It's like, I was talking about another friend about this the other day. I've been starting this conversation with everybody, folks.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Kanye fan. But it's one of those things where that if you go back and listen to it, you know, sometimes you go back and listen to albums, you're like, it's not as good as I remember. That one is probably better than I remember it being, and I thrashed it a fair bit when it first came out.
It gets better, man. It gets better all the time, definitely. I've done that recently. I pulled out all my old CDs.
Yeah.
And I've been jamming Lots of Bone Thugs.
Lots of Bone-
and yeah, I have. And that's a great album. And No Church in the Wild. I've realised that I'm a big fan of any songs that he does with Jay-Z.
There you go.
Yeah, there
Okay,
you
so
go.
we're moving down the list.
Okay.
So we've gone to the second round there. So you've got Can't Tell Me Nothing and Never Let Me Down. Who's got the win on
And that
there?
was really, really hard because
That
I
is a tough
love
one.
it. I love Never Let Me Down, but you know, Can't Tell Me Nothing. You know, it's not only a great song, but it just reminds me of that film that it's in, which is just, and it's just so. Was it Hangover?
Yeah.
And it's just such a great
And there's
opening.
there's a lot of you of Can't Tell Me Nothing. There's a lot of
So yeah, I'm going with that one.
And I do love that because I do love Jeezy, but you know, I always obviously went with Soul Appalled there.
Yeah. Oh, so you went? Okay. Yeah.
Actually, no, I went Can't Tell Me Nothing, but I went Soul Appalled over Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Yep.
Like I said, because Soul Appalled's so good. And then next one, you've got Hey Mama versus Devil in a New Dress.
And I went to Devil in a New Dress.
That's cool. I've gone Last Call, Real Friends. I've gone with Last Call.
Okay.
So we'll work our way down from there.
Yep.
You've now got Can't Tell Me Nothing and Devil in a New Dress. So obviously...
And it was crack music.
No. Keep going through that bracket there. We'll just
Oh.
close that one out. We'll close that one out to get to... Oh,
Yeah,
no, how's
that's
it?
right, yeah.
You're right. My bad. I've jumped way too ahead there.
Yeah,
so you've got Crack Music and Flashing Lights.
Crack music and crack music and flashing lights. I went crack music
You went
again.
Crack Music again?
Yeah,
Over Flashing Lights?
yeah. I like one lights song of Kanye's, and we'll talk about that later.
We didn't mention that. There's a lot of songs with the word lights in it, but
Yeah.
I've gone Flashing Lights there.
Okay, all right,
Because like I said, it is one of his best.
Yep,
And you've now got down to Big Brother and The Church in the Wild.
and No Church in the Wild.
That's a walkover.
Yeah.
That's easy. All right, back to the top again. Can't Tell Me Nothing and Devil in a New Dress.
Can't Tell Me Nothing. Yeah,
There we
it's one
go.
of his
It's gotten
classics.
through. Oh, it's gotten through to the lead 8.
Yep.
We're getting interesting. And down the bottom, you've got Crack Music and No Church in the Wild.
And No Church in the Wild.
No Church has gone through. And then the big showdown to get into the final 4. You've got Can't Tell Me Nothing. No Church in the
Yeah.
Wild. You've just mentioned they're from movies.
I know.
They're drawing inspiration for you. Steve, which one are you going with?
Yeah, I'm going for Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Can't Tell Me
Hangover,
Nothing
yeah.
in
Yeah.
the Northwest region. It's
Yeah.
gone through.
And what did you go?
With mine, we've got So Appalled and Last Call. So Appalled went through.
Yep.
Flashing Lights and Through the Wire. Through the Wire went through.
Okay.
Came down to So
here we go.
Appalled and Through the Wire. And Through the Wire.
Wow.
Because it is amazing work. Like I said,
Okay.
did the entire song with the jaw wide shut.
Yeah.
That's going to go through.
50 Cent has done his whole career sounding like his jaws wide shut.
Well, it is because he got shot in the face.
Yeah.
Kanye just crashed the car.
Oh,
But he did record that song completely locked up. And
Okay.
some of the wordplay in that one really, really good. And that's one of those ones where, you know, you go back, we talked before about late registration and graduation. You go back to some of the hits like Stronger and
Yeah.
Gold Digger,
Yeah.
and they're a bit hacky now, a bit poppy. Didn't like them. But that's obviously off the first album, but that's still one of those songs I can go back on and listen to it, and I still love it when I go back to it. So
Yeah.
that's going to go through for me. All right, breaking it down, we're going to move quickly into the Donda region, named after his lovely mother.
Yeah.
All Falls Down versus Addiction.
All Falls Down.
All Falls Down, going to get the nod there. Heartless and Monster.
Heartless.
Heartless,
Yeah,
really? I thought you'd
yeah.
be all over Monster. There.
Actually, no. A lot of these songs I had to acquaint myself with today, and when I heard it, I was like, you know what?
It's got
Nah.
Jay-Z, it's got Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj
I
really
do
good.
like Nicki Minaj,
Nicki
but not
was
for her
good.
musical talent. So,
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on from there
Yeah,
before Johnny kills you. All right, so we've got Drive Slow and Highlights.
Oh, another light song, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to drive slow with this one.
Drive Slow, you get the nod there.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of the tougher ones.
Oh, yeah.
Blood on the Leaves
Yeah.
and Runaway.
Now, Runaway,
Yes.
I'll give you a bit of a spoiler, is
Yeah.
one of my favourite Kanye songs of all time.
Well, there we go. That is a very, very good song.
Yeah.
Admittedly, it did sum up a large portion of my life.
Yeah, I'm sure you
It
could.
was,
Yeah.
If I
Family.
listened to it, it was like, if you had a song, I'd pick one song in your lifetime to describe you, it would be Runaway. With the exception of the line, I sent a girl a picture of my dick. I've never done that. But the rest of it, you know, like I could have me a good girl and still be addicted to the hood rats,
Yeah.
and then I blame everything on you because that's what I'm good at.
I love that,
That
man.
is the Speak Arowana guide to life right there. Not saying it's a good guide, just what I was going through at that time.
Yeah, well, yeah. So Runaway, I'll give you a hot tip. It's it advances.
Very, very good. Runaway's got the nod there. Now we got Blame Game and the Roses.
Blame game for me.
Blame Game for me too. That's very, very good. Purely because of the talking at the end with Chris Rock.
Okay.
The old Yeezy taught me. Very, very good stuff there. We got
Very
Good Life and Celebration.
Good Life was one of those songs that I remember when it came out. I was like, oh, this is cool, but it didn't take long for me to get sick of.
Yeah.
So I'm going the other song, Celebration.
It is from his sort of poppy stint, but I'm going to give the nod to Good Life purely because it's actually sampled from PYT,
Okay.
from Michael Jackson. So if you go on YouTube, there's a clip. I'll probably put it up. He did it because he did it live at one of his shows once, and we were there. And so he says, I even sampled...
It's a T-Pain song, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he goes, I loved Michael Jackson. He goes, I even sampled his work on it. I'm thinking, I know most of the samples he's used. I don't remember him sampling a Michael Jackson song. So he starts playing PYT.
Oh, you told me this
Yeah,
before,
and then it actually slows down the beat. Dun, 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 and that's really, really good. So when I
Okay.
figured that out, I kind of like, I don't know, it gave that song a second win for me.
Okay.
And I know I'm the same as you. I did kind of burn out on it a bit.
Yeah.
But it did get a second win for
Okay.
me. So I'll get that one. So you got, next one we've got up, The Glory and Get 'Em High.
The Glory.
Oh, I think you've really forgotten how good Get 'Em High is.
No, actually, when I saw Get 'Em High, I actually thought it was Hit 'Em High, which was the old Coolio, Busta Rhymes, Method Man from the Space Jam
From the-
song.
yeah, the Monster song. Yeah, no,
which
Get
was
'Em-
also better than Get 'Em High. So
No,
yeah.
Get 'Em High is very good. That's got Talib Kweli. I'm a huge fan of that one. And now, Steve, you're going to love this one. Another song with the word lights in it. All of the Lights versus School Spirit.
So that's the thing. The light song, I like all of the lights.
Yes.
So I don't like street lights. I don't like
Lights.
this particular lights. I like all the lights.
All of the lights?
Which just
But
happens to be
not
the song.
the individual lights.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the song. All of the lights is one of those songs that, it can get a repeat out of me from time to time, man. So if I hear it, I'm jamming. I'm like, I can
You're good to
rewind.
go. There you
yeah.
go.
So all the lights go through.
All right, very nice. All right, so we're going to go from the top again, Steve.
Yep.
We'll go through yours quickly, and then we'll
Go
break
for it.
down mine. So you got All Falls Down and Heartless. What's gone through there?
All Falls Down. It's the first time I heard Kanye, so
Yeah.
it's got a special place.
There we go. We've got Drive Slow and Runaway.
Runaway.
There you go. That was a...
Running away.
You stole my pun right out of
Give that back.
Yeah, that's all right. You got the dad seniority. I'm just an uncle, so you're allowed to make the jokes before I do. Blame Game and Celebration.
Celebration.
Very nice. And The Glory and All of the Lights.
All the lights.
You like all of them?
the lights.
I like. That's actually probably some of your best work, Steve, with the All of the Lights joke there. I was very impressed with you there. All right, so we go back to the top. All Falls Down, Runaway. This is the toughie. Your favourite song
I know.
versus your first
I
favourite
know.
song.
Well, Runaway. Every time I hear that, man, and it goes for like 9 minutes, and
Yeah, it's
I
good.
listen to it start to finish. I
Yeah,
love
no,
it, man.
it is a great song. And then we go down to the bottom. Celebration, All of the Lights.
All of the lights.
All the lights got through now. Here comes the showdown.
I
Do you
know.
like All of the Lights or do you like Runaway? And I like the fact that two of these songs are both of the same album.
I know, and that's why I didn't like the seating. Well, actually, how did they break it? How did they do the...
The break it down. I don't know how they
'cause
got
there's
down to
some
break
songs
it
I was like,
down.
I'm disappointed they bumped into each other.
But
you know?
yeah, that the bracket.
And this would be one of
Yeah,
them.
this bracket is one of the tougher brackets.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's well, no, it's actually one of the tougher. It's probably one of the weaker brackets, but it does have two really strong songs in it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm running away.
You're running away?
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Steve.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go down from my top. We got let's see, All Falls Down, and I went Monster. Monster went through there. Drive Slow, Runaway.
Yeah.
I've actually gone with Drive Slow.
Oh, my God, I don't know you.
No, purely because, like I said, I've distanced myself a little bit from Runaway. Like I said, it was a portion of my life where
Bit too
that was,
soon, was it? Too
yeah,
soon?
it's
Was it
just
too
it
soon?
just brings up some memories. I don't want to. So I went back and listened to Drive Slow, and I'm a huge fan of Paul Wall
Okay.
as well, and his verse on it really,
Is
really
it
good.
because your little scooter goes maximum of 45 k's an hour?
Mate, I have no option but to drive slow, mate. That is my life. Going down, we got Blame Game and Good Life. I've given the nod to the Blame Game.
Yep.
And then Get 'Em High, All of the Lights. Once again, I'm a fan of All of the Lights. So we'll start again from the top. We've got Monster and Drive Slow. I actually went with Drive Slow again there.
Yeah.
I really enjoy my Drive Slow. Blame Game and All of the Lights. All of the Lights taking that one. And then Drive Slow, All of the Lights. All of the Lights has gotten through that one. So we've got, that's for my Donda region. You've got Runaway, I've got All of the Lights.
It was closer. That was
Close,
closer.
that's similar. We're doing
The
all
top
right.
one, we were pretty far away.
Yeah, the top one we're in no time. See how we go over in the Chicago region. So top right on yours if you're looking at it at home, guys. For those playing at home. Now this is the one that had the worst seating ever. Now this one was absolutely ridiculous. We've got Jesus Walks, which is a classic off the first album, and Murder to Excellence off the Watch the Throne album. Steve, what have you got on there?
Well, I'm totally agree with you. It's rubbish first game, first matchup.
Because it's a 1 versus 16.
Yeah.
That is outrageous.
And normally Murder Excellence would get through, like maybe against a different song, but there's no way I can top Jesus Walks, which probably will go down as it will be one of his greatest songs of all time at this stage of his career. So Jesus Walks.
Jesus Walks? Well, I've disagreed there, Steve, but I just went Murder to Excellence because it's one of those ones where I'd forgotten how good it was.
Yeah.
You know, I went back and listened to it. Like I said, it is off Watch the Throne album.
I'm going to say it's a flavour of the month for you at the moment. I think you listened to it and you went, I remember how sick the song is, and then you got mixed up in it.
No,
Jesus Walks.
It's a bit of one of those things because I enjoy it. It's like a bit like Runaway. I enjoy a song that almost has like two parts. And that song feels like two different songs wrapped in with an extra, like almost like a third song. I like songs that shift gear sometimes halfway through. Almost like, it's almost blasphemy to say, but you know, like your Bohemian Rhapsody style, you know, when songs break down into different sections. I enjoy that. And that's what Murder to Excellence has. Even though Jesus Walks is outstanding, don't get me wrong. But I've just gone the other way there. Yeah. I feel like I have to justify myself here.
I know, right?
I'm very passionate about Kanye. Yeah. All right, we got Street Lights. Once again, lights in there.
Yeah.
And We Don't Care.
Well, I don't like Street Lights.
There you go.
I like all of the lights. We're over there, so we don't care as much.
We don't go there. We got We Major and 30 Hours.
We Major.
There you go. Now you've got Stronger and Black Skinhead. So this is going to be one of those first songs where it's the really poppy Kanye versus Black Skinhead off the album you didn't like.
I remember when Stronger... Yeah, that's right. And when Stronger came out, I remember hearing it. I was like, I can understand why people like it. Yeah. I just don't like it. I didn't mind it. I just didn't like it. Yeah. And but Black Skinhead was, for me, one of the only saving points of that album. So I went Black Skinhead.
That's not bad. Solid argument there. We got, once again, coming to another of the pop songs. Yeah. So this is the hard thing. This is the phase where this is a lot of people that aren't huge Kanye fans, but go, I like his old stuff because they liked all the easy to digest radio stuff. Yeah. And this is the pinnacle of that, which is Gold Digger. Yeah. Versus Got to Have It.
Well, look, I mean, Gold Digger is a great... well, it's hard to say, isn't it? Because it was so good and so big when it came out. And at last, it was on the charts for forever.
Because it did tie in nicely to when Jamie Foxx had his turn as Ray.
Yeah, that's right.
And he won an Academy Award.
Exactly.
So it was just popping. It was perfect timing for it.
So, but because of that, I've actually gone against it.
Yeah.
I do like the song, but rarely do I listen to it the whole way. I generally end up skipping it.
Basically, it's the only Kanye song I know that will probably get played on like Mix 102.3. And then once a Kanye song goes on a Mix, it's almost like, remember when Sally Snotface started liking Wu-Tang? And you hated Wu-Tang after that? It's almost become that song.
I love that flashback. Well done, yes. Yes, I went with the other track. Got to have it, yeah.
All right, so we got Slow Jams.
Slow Jams.
And No More Parties in LA.
I went Slow Jams only because I didn't know really the other song.
Okay, so you're not on the new album, the newish album.
Do you have that one on your playlist?
Yeah, I've got No More Parties in LA. Yeah, it's in there.
Okay, that's right.
But yeah, I'll cue that up for you if you need it, Steve.
Well,
I think you've just forgotten. It's one of those ones that has like a nice old sample, and then he drops into a bit of he's got some Kendrick Lamar in there. It's a good little rap song. It's one of the first times he's rapped like he used to. So he has a really long verse. It's one of those real long sort of freestyle run-on verses. And so that song, we'll get to mine in a second, but that got the nod for me purely because that is one of those songs where it sort of re-established him. He'd gone back from, he did the rap stuff, he started to dwell into some pop stuff, he started going a bit out there, and then he brought it back and was like, no, I can rap when I need to. So that's why that one gets the nod for me. But yeah, you got Say You Will and Good Morning going down the list.
I had Good Morning as my pick.
It's not bad. That's a tight seating. That's like, they're both a bit, they're okay.
Well, yeah, once again, I would actually pick other songs. There was like I said, this might be an example of songs that might not have made my top 64.
Yeah.
And other songs would have
That's fair. And the last one, we've got Power and Father Stretch My Hands Part 1.
I really like Power. I remember when I first heard it, I went on to YouTube and I checked it out, and it didn't grab me the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
But then I got the album, and the more and more I listened to it, I just love it.
Just the beat on that one. It's one of those few songs that, like I said, that Gold Digger caught me first time I heard it because it was sort of catchy.
Yeah.
You know, and like same thing with Stronger. Because the beat was cool and it kind of caught you. It was easy to listen to straight up.
Yeah.
Power was like that too. First time I heard it, I went, oh, wow, that's a real strong beat. That's a real good song. I thought, is it going to have the same treatment? Am I going to turn on it?
Yeah.
But then when you listen to the lyrics and the content on it to go with the beat is very strong. Whereas the content, like the lyrics to go with Stronger and Gold Digger, a bit wishy-washy, so you can turn on them quite easy. But the strong content and Power, super duper strong there. So yeah.
I love it.
We go back at the top, so we got Jesus Walks and Black Skinhead for Steve.
Jesus Walks.
Oh, good.
Yeah, actually, no, we skipped the.
Oh, we skipped one?
Yeah,
we did too.
we
Sorry,
did.
I've jumped right over.
Yeah.
So I've even given spoilers. We're going to go through Jesus Walks and We Don't Care.
Jesus
Obviously,
Walks,
Jesus Walks got through there, and We Major and Black Skinhead.
Black Skinhead, yeah.
Black Skinhead got through that one. Gotta Have It and Slow Jams.
I said, gotta have it. Yeah.
Ooh, tough choice there.
Yeah.
And Good Morning and Power. I think I know
Power.
Power,
Yes.
So back up, we've got Jesus Walks, Black Skinhead.
It was actually I
Toss
debated
up?
in my head,
There you
but
go.
I went Jesus Walks.
Yeah, that's strong, that's
Just
strong.
particularly for its cultural significance at the time, but you know.
Now Power and Gotta Have It. I got a feeling I know which one's coming through there.
yeah.
Power and Jesus Walks. That's the tough showdown. Who's going to your final
It was
four
so
for that region?
hard, man. I'm going Power.
Power.
Yeah.
So far you have 2 songs off My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy coming
Yeah.
through. Very
Yeah.
nice, Steve. Okay, well I've gone through. See, we're completely off here.
Okay.
I've gone through from the top. Murder to Excellence over Jesus Walks.
Yep.
Like I said, it was one of those ones where when I revisited, I remembered how good it was.
Yeah.
We got through. Street Lights and We Don't Care. I've gone Street Lights.
Yeah.
That's just one that has a personal significance to me.
Yeah.
30 Hours and We Major. I went 30 Hours.
Okay.
One of those ones like it's another good. I like a good story in a song. It's got a good story in there. Black Skinhead, Stronger. Black Skinhead.
Nice.
Now I have gone Gold Digger over Gotta Have It, even though
Yeah.
it's that. It needed to go through.
Sure,
It is a
okay.
strong song.
I get it.
Slow Jams, No More Parties in LA. I've gone No More Parties. We just
Yep.
played a little sample there. Big fan of that one. We've got Good Morning, Say You Will. I went Say You Will.
Okay.
Once again, good story in a song. You'll always win me over with a story.
Yep.
And then obviously Power smashes Father Stretch My Hands.
Yep.
Back to the top. We got Murder to Excellence and 30 Hours. We've gone Murder to Excellence. We've got Gold Digger, No More Parties in LA. Gone with No More Parties in LA. And Say You Will and Power. Power wins that one quite convincingly. So we're down to Murder to Excellence, 30 Hours. Murder to Excellence again.
Yeah, nice.
And No More Parties in LA and Power. Now, this was a really tough one for me.
Yep.
And I've just snuck through No More Parties in LA.
Oh, wow.
I know, that's a very, very tough one, but it's a very, very strong song. You listen to the verse at the end, very, very good.
Okay.
And it's one of those ones where he's used the old samples. Yeah, Kendrick stuff, and it's really, really good, so that does help. So now we've got down to Murder to Excellence and No More Parties in LA, and I've snuck through No More Parties in LA.
Oh, shit.
So far I've got something off 3 different albums so far.
So my first round exit made it to your final four.
That's right.
Wowee.
There we go. All right, and down to the bottom one.
All right.
Our last one, guys, we've gone through the Saint region, and then we'll tie it in with our final four, so we should be able to get this done in time.
All right.
Touch the Sky versus New Workout Plan.
Touch of Sky, Lupe, I think that was one of his, excuse me.
A
There's
little coming out party.
It was, and that's a great song. And once again, one of those songs it's always on my playlist. So,
There you go. You've got Champion and Otis.
Otis is one. Otis are kind of throwing it into the same kind of ballpark as the Gold Diggers and stuff. Not because the quality is the same, but because of the play. Like the amount of times I fucking heard that.
Yeah.
You know, it was hard. It's hard for me to vote for it because I've heard it a gazillion times.
Yeah.
But still, it gets over.
There you go. It's not bad. All right, we've got Spaceship Ultralight Beam.
Oh, another light spaceship. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I told you they're everywhere, these fucking light songs. Yeah.
All right, we've got Diamonds from Sierra Leone, which is our man Clarence's number one,
Yeah.
and Dark Fantasy.
Diamonds is so good. So, yeah, it's going through.
It is very, very strong song there. We got Heard 'Em Say and I Wonder.
I wonder.
Yeah, well, that's not bad. you've got Homecoming and Gorgeous.
Now, this was another bullshit first rounder.
Yeah, this is it's one of those ones that's like a bit of they're both sort of nothings.
Well, Gorgeous is a great song.
Yeah.
But Homecoming is with him and the guy from Coldplay, Chris Martin.
Yeah.
And you listen to the whole song, he's rapping, and you might think he's talking about one thing, but it ends up he's talking about the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
And he lays it in the last line, and it was like, it's just really well put together. And then Chris Martin's hook is killer.
Yeah.
So it was a really hard first rounder,
There you go.
because I would like to put Gorgeous through to the second round.
It's a good song.
But it got bounced.
Well, there we
Homecoming.
go. We got another tough one coming up. Family Business and Bound To.
I went Bound To, even though people don't like the film clip.
See, the problem with Bound To is, I'm a huge fan of Bound To, and that's the, for anyone that doesn't know, it's the Aha Honey song.
Yeah.
The one that has the world's worst film clip. I'm quite honestly
When
going
they
to
have the
say
motorcycle.
that. Yeah,
and,
Motorcycle with Kim, and then it was spoofed quite well by James Franco and Seth Rogen.
Okay.
But yeah, what was a really good song got completely ruined by a very terrible clip.
Yeah.
But you've gone that one through.
Yeah,
there.
that's gone through.
And then the last one we've got Late and Ninjas in Paris. Now
Ninjas in Paris.
I'm not going to say the real one because I'm not going to get beaten up on radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ninjas in Paris and Late. Steve.
Ninjas.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
and once
right.
again, I know it's had a million plays, but
Yep. All right, back to the top. You've got Touch the Sky and Otis. This is tough for you.
Touch Sky, yeah.
Touch the Sky?
Oh, shit. Kanye and Lupe over Kanye and Jay-Z.
All right,
in that
not
matchup.
bad. All right, Spaceship and Diamonds.
Diamonds.
Diamonds
yeah.
are strong there. I Wonder and Homecoming.
Homecoming, yep.
And you got your Ninjas and your Bound To.
Ninjas.
Very nice.
So I've gone for collabs, and I'll tell you why the next one's got a question mark.
Okay, so here's the tough one. This is where Steve has actually come to a full stop on his test here. Touch the Sky and Diamonds.
Yeah, see, there's two versions of the Diamonds.
Yep.
One's with Jay-Z and one he is not. The one with Jay-Z, if I'm going with that Jay-Z, I like that one better.
You're kidding.
I like that version better.
I'm the opposite way. I like the other
that's
one
a
better.
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, we agree on everything. This
That's
is great.
right. So that's why I've questioned mark, because I want to know, are we picking the Jay-Z version or are we picking
You
the other
pick
version?
whatever version you want, Stephen.
I'm still torn.
Still torn, yeah.
I'm still torn. It's a coin toss. I don't want to get ousted from the family by Clarence if I don't go Diamonds, but that Touch the Sky, and I love the film clip. I love it was an Evil Knievel.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Evil Knievel.
Yeah, and Pam was in there, and it was pretty.
Oh, Steve, come on, do it live. Do it live on the radio. Do it right here on the podcast. Which one are you choosing? 3, 2, 1.
I'm going Diamonds.
Diamonds! Oh!
Actually, I'm still not sitting well, but okay. Diamonds.
Diamonds. I can't change it. No. You've locked in Diamonds.
Yeah.
And you've got
Ninjas.
Homecoming and Ninjas.
Ninjas, yeah.
Okay, now you got Diamonds and Ninjas.
Well, I'm going to go Diamonds.
There we go.
It's either those two are always going to go for.
Okay, so this is one of those ones, tough bracket.
Mm.
All right, so you've got Diamonds going through there. Okay,
Yep.
mine from the top, very different to yours. Touch the Sky, I bounced.
What?
For new workout plan. New workout plan.
Stupid.
It is stupid, but it's meant to be stupid. And it's
Yeah.
hilarious, and it's dirtbaggy, and you know what I'm like. That's a top song for me. We got Champions and Otis. Otis wins that one hands down.
Yeah.
Ultralight Beam and Spaceship. Now, Spaceship is one of my favourite songs because I used to listen to it when I was leaving. I used to work at a paint store, and the song reminded me of when I was working there because I just
Okay.
fucking hated working there,
Okay.
and I hated my manager, and it just annoyed me. And I would listen to that song on the way home, and it made me laugh. But Ultralight Beam, very, very strong song, and Chance the Rapper's in that one.
Okay.
He's in my top 5,
Yeah.
and he kills his verse on that one, so
Okay.
that's going to get the nod for me.
Yep.
Now we've got Dark Fantasy and Diamonds.
Yep.
Now, I have written Dark Fantasy here, but I meant to write Diamonds. So
Yep.
Diamonds gets the nod for me, and just the straight Kanye version.
Okay.
We've gone down to I Wonder and Heard Him Say, gone I Wonder, similar to yours.
Yep.
Homecoming and Gorgeous, I went Homecoming.
Yep.
Bound to Family Business. Now, this one was really tough for me because I love Family Business. Because it's one of those songs, like I said, if you listen to the words, it's got a good story in there. It's humble Kanye, which you don't get a lot of.
Yeah.
So when you find little nuggets of humble Kanye, you got to take them.
Take him, yep.
But I did go with Bound to, even though the film clip did ruin an amazing song. And the old Ninjas and Late.
Yep.
Now, I went Late.
Okay.
2 reasons.
Yeah.
One, he goes, I'm always late for things. So that
okay.
song, like in he does one line in there where he says, I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with that. It was just one of those things. He got real clever with his words in that one. Plus, you know me, I worked in Greece for a long time. Now, I was there for 4 months. working nightclubs and that sort of thing, hosting parties, this and that. Now, I heard that song 4 times a night, every fucking night for 4 months. So now every time I hear it, and like I know it's a banger, and I know it gets party started, and you drop that song at a wedding, you're getting people dancing.
Oh shit! Yeah.
But I just can't hear it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and like so, it's got to the stage where I know every word, every bit of the beat. Nobody knows what it's provocative. It gets people going. I know the timing of the song so well because I've heard it so many times. I can't hear it anymore. Yeah, it's burnt a hole in my brain, so I can't listen to that one anymore.
Okay.
So back to the top, we got Workout Plan Otis. Otis has gone through.
Yeah.
Ultralight Beam, Dark Fantasy, Ultralight Beam again. I Wonder and Homecoming. I Wonder. I went through there. Even though Homecoming, I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Very, very good song. But I went back and listened to I Wonder.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where it's go back and listen to it. It's a good sort of retro listen. You've got Bound to and Late. I went with Bound to there.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Back to the top. We got Otis and Ultralight Beam. I've just snuck Otis through.
Oh wow.
Because I'm a huge Otis Redding fan. So that song, to sample Otis Redding for me, was huge.
Oh, so good, yeah. Look, I'm not knocking it. I heard it a million.
You've heard it. Yeah, I've heard it a million times
Yeah.
too. Plus the film, I love the film clips.
Oh, in the car.
With the car,
sure,
the head, and then he's like driving right in the metal glove on the ground.
Yeah.
I like that clip. You've got I Wonder and Bound to. Bound to's gone through. And then Otis and Bound to, I've gone through Otis. So Otis is my 4th in my final 4.
Okay. So recap of your 4?
So top 4 now. So for the Northwest region, we've got Through the Wire. Down to the Donda region, we've got All of the Lights.
Yeah.
In our top right region, our Chicago region, I've got No More Parties in LA.
Yeah.
And the Saint region, I have Otis. Steve has gone with, you tell me, Steve?
I Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Yep.
At the top left, Runaway, Power up the top right, which was the Chicago one, and I went with Diamonds.
Diamonds. Okay, so now it's the all-important final 4. This is the really tough one. This is where we break it down.
Yeah, okay.
Now, this is where we can do one or two things, Steve.
Yep.
Do we announce our top 4 now, or do we wait till next week?
Yeah, part 2.
Nah, we'll do it now. We'll do it.
I got
fucking
excited for it.
Oh, yeah,
We've never done a part 2.
We never done, but we're not those kind of guys. We know we're getting listeners every week. We don't need to throw hooks in there. Our 7 listeners are loyal. Loyal, damn it. Including
We're
the
not
ones.
going to have time for lawn talk.
No, okay, we'll squeeze some lawn talking afterwards. We'll quickly go through your final 4, Steve. Don't mess around with it.
All right.
So first of all, you've got Can't Tell Me Nothing versus Runaway. Runaway,
Yeah.
strong. Runaway, it's running away with this tournament.
Running away.
So many puns to be had.
Oh.
All right, and then we've got Power versus Diamonds. This is a toughie.
Oh, that's so hard. You have to understand, when I wrote this down, I hadn't thought this far.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'm unprepared.
This is off the cuff.
I love Power. I'm going Power.
Power.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've got the big showdown. You've got the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy showdown.
Yeah.
You've got Runaway versus Power. Power's 3 minutes. Runaway is 9 minutes.
And I always do repeat Power, so that's at least 6 minutes.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Dum 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 dum.
I'm going
Dum, dum.
to
That's
go...
really bad tense music. I don't know why.
I'm going to say Runaway. That's
Runaway!
my favorite. Yeah, that's my number 1.
Runaway is taken number 1. Has taken out the Kanye Madness for Steve.
Yeah.
Hope anyone had bets on that one. I know everyone's sitting at home gambling.
Yeah, they would
We just love some unsolicited gambling. So my top, we've got to go through the wire and All of the Lights.
Is that a first rounder?
That's Steven. That's going to be my final 4th showdown, and I'm going to go through All of the Lights.
Yeah, I love that song.
All of the Lights is strong. Plus the what always knocks it over the line for me is the All of the Lights intro.
Okay, yeah.
All the piano and the strings and stuff like that before.
Yeah.
It's like a separate track.
Yeah, yes.
But you listen to that before you listen to All the Lights, and I swear to God, it makes you fucking emotional, which then makes you take in All the Lights even better.
Sure.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of those albums you cannot listen to it mixed random.
Okay,
You have to listen to it in order.
Front, yeah.
And it sits perfectly.
Okay.
So we've got No More Parties in LA versus Otis on the other side. See, this is like, I look at it now and I think maybe I made some mistakes along the line here. I can admit that I may have made a mistake in here somewhere. I'm a big man. I can admit my mistakes.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with No More Parties in LA over Otis. So we're letting down to All the Lights versus No More Parties in LA. And easily giving the nod to All of the Lights.
No, that saves you, because I was thinking if there's no more plays in LA, Bizzo.
Yeah. Great song.
Okay.
It just, I think...
Didn't make it out of my first round.
It didn't make it out of your first round because you didn't really get into that album too much.
That's right.
You need to go back and listen to Listen to that album, the
Okay.
Pablo album.
Yep.
Very, very good stuff. But that's going to be our Kanye Madness, guys. Let us know what you went. Let us know
Yeah.
how bad you think our choices are. 'Cause let's be honest, you guys think most of the shit we do is terrible. But, let us know. Give us your final four. Just give us the final four and then give us your overall champions. And we can judge you from there. Clarence, I don't think you need to send yours in. We know it's diamonds.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a quick, you got 90 seconds, Steve.
Yep.
Give me some launch chat.
Give you some launch
Give
out.
us an update.
Give us an update. I told you about the birthday party. Did I tell you
Yep.
about the birthday
We
party?
need to know about the aftermath. The people are concerned.
Don't,
had
don't be concerned, people.
Tens
Dr.
of
Steve-O's all
ones
over
of
this,
listeners.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all good. You wouldn't even know there was a massive water slide on there.
There you go.
Actually, you probably would if you had a good look, but from a distance, you
Yeah.
wouldn't even know.
Bit like you, good from afar, but far from good.
You're an asshole. But now I've got another problem.
Yep.
Old Nana has bought the kids a trampoline.
Ooh, trampoline.
And
That's notorious grass killer.
that's
that
a
is.
grass killer.
Oh.
So I'm juggling things all over the shop.
If you guys can got any sort of feedback, you can throw Steve's way.
Yeah.
We need some help.
And
Yeah.
imagine the cord going around that thing. It's going to be tangled. I don't know
Oh
it's tied up.
no!
It's
Yeah,
gonna
you've
be
really
a-
got to
it's
fix
gonna
this
be a
lawnmower
travesty.
situation. We're doing a quick shout out, guys. If you do want to duck on, look at Steve's post that we've done last week on the Facebook about the lawn porn.
Yeah.
It was a good little story you put up there, the video. More importantly, got to thank our man Rasley for putting out one of the finest photos of Steve in his ultimate dad attire, watering the garden, watering the grass. It's a thing of beauty. So if you do yourself a favour, go have a look at that. And have you put any thought to my cousin Scott's request for his grass?
Oh, you lost me at Hey Steve. I was like, what is he talking about?
He lives in the UK. It rains like
Okay.
90% of the time. It's
Yeah.
a horrible place to live. Sorry, Scotty. I love your house. You live in a lovely place. I've been there to visit. It's lovely. But yeah, your weather is just terrible. We can't deal with that sort of stuff. We need sun.
We need sun. And that's what my lawn's all about, sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the trampoline's going to cause some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a great present, but ugh.
So anyway, that's going to be us for this week, guys. Remember to send Steve back his feedback. He needs to know how to fix this problem with the trampoline. We need to know your results for the Kanye test. And then next week, we're going to give you a little... we're going to delve into round one and do a little bit of preview of the upcoming AFL season, which we're very excited about. But
And I've got something else, sorry. I've got something lined up for you, buddy.
Oh, yes.
We did the Kanye brackets.
yeah.
You wait to hear my jams.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do... It won't be as big and it won't be as time-consuming, but... Steve would like some jams, and we're going to share them with you next week.
Steve's going to have me rating Ross's sounds next week. Well, that's going to be up for this week, guys. For Speak Carolina saying goodbye. For Steve Burrows,
See you later.
we'll speak to you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.